right, hang on. We'll have to stop. We're about to leave the camping du Lac Biscarosa. They do look like they're open, and it is 8 o'clock. No, I can't. It's got a blue thing on it.
Stripey writing on it. There's a wine I found on my last day, and it's absolutely stunning.
It looks like I'm running in the shop to find wine.
Yeah,
so
see you in a minute.
Yeah, we're gonna get on. We're gonna get wine. We're gonna get driving. We'll see you hopefully when we get to St Michael's Mount, or we might see you halfway through driving. Right, this is going to be literally the only bit of driving footage we're going to do today because it's a long drive. You've seen plenty of our driving footage, but we're going over the river in Bordeaux and it's a bit impressive, so we're going to show you that as we go over.
Wow, size of that.
And the lorry. I don't know if you can see that side, there's Bordeaux in the distance, but yeah, this is a fairly impressive. So we didn't get to do Bordeaux this trip. It is on our bucket list and we will be doing it in future adventures, but obviously this time we've only had a limited amount of time in Easter to do this, so you know, we could have had, as I say, if we took the day yesterday and done that as a travel day, we might have done it, but we chose to go to the beach and see the sun and having a really relaxing afternoon because we need those 3 days break after coming across northern Spain. And today's a big day of driving, but we're on the Wednesday now and we catch the ferry on Friday, so we've only got a couple of days left. So we're going to do the few bits that we want to do now, which is St Michael's Mount. We might go see a chateau that Zoe's interested in that's on the Channel 4 programme, and then we're heading for Roscoff for the ferry. I think what we might do is a little vlog around Roscoff, show you what there's to do before you jump on the ferry, but let's just see how we get on. So we'll see you when we get to St Michael's. So we've had a little stop en route because Zoe wanted to have a little quick look. There's a chateau here, or a watermill, and this was featured on Chateau DIY SOS or Chateau DIY up here. Oh yeah, this is, well, if you've seen the episode, there's the grain barges, so this is where they tore down all the grain barges. I'll take a picture of you next to it and put it on the Facebook.
Can't see him, but I don't like that.
He's alright, it'll be 2 minutes. We'll be 2 minutes, he'll be back. Welcome back, and this is our final last day in France. Tomorrow we go home on the ferry, so today we're in Mont Saint-Michel. We're going to take the bikes up to the castle. We're going to do a little review on the Starry bike today. That'll be in a separate vlog, but today we're going to go and explore Mont Saint-Michel and show you what there is to do around here. We're currently in the camping car parks area. It's really nice. There's a few vlogs on this, and I'll take you through it later on in this vlog. But for now, we're going to cycle up to the mount. So we've all made it to St Michael's Mount. It is a monastery that is on a peninsula rock just in northern France, no, sort of northwestern France. We'll tell you a bit more about it when we get up in there, but we're going to have a walk in going that way. So when you get here, if you're riding your bikes down here in this arch behind, all the bike parking's there. It's quite safe, lots of people there, got the bikes. and you can see it is very, very busy at the minute. This is the second most popular tourist attraction in France after Paris. So we are now going to head on in, take you a bit around and show you some of my Mont Saint-Michel. Right, we're going to go and but do watch out, there is a few people that say pickpocketed, so Zoe's got her bag quite safely around her. There's only vlogging gear on my backpack, so if anyone wants to have that, more than welcome to it. It's all plastic GoPro stuff. The most important bit is just here. Right, one thing I am going to warn you, there is a lot of ramps and steps here, so prepare to get your walking shoes on. So you'd be mistaken for this being, if you've ever been to Universal in Orlando, for Diagon Alley. So this is the real Diagon Alley, and this is what the inspiration came from apparently for the film. So there's lots of shops and so on here. We're going to head on in. Zoe's already found a gift shop and she's heading in there now. God help me. There she is, going in now. So we're going to head on here, have a look around. I'll just show you quickly. And I'm going to catch her before she spends all my money. Well, her money. So we've just took a bit of a rest. It is a bit of a climb. If you're coming up through the street, not only is it nice and tight, it is really steep. So it's tight and steep, and like obviously it winds out a bit here as you go up, but it's lots of shops, lots of hills. If you're coming here, be prepared to walk up hills. Ruben's doing alright. He's just taking a rest there at the minute. He has like issues. Oh, don't do that. No, that's mucky. Yucky. No, he likes playing with dirt. So he's just having 5 minutes watching the phone, taking things, because it is getting a bit mental in here. But if you take your time, you'll be fine. Just remember there's a lot of people and it's a very tight space. Right, so we're going to get on and we'll catch you in a little while. So it's got really busy there. We've decided to come out. If you go through a couple of shops, you can get to this area here, which is like, it gives you a good view of the bay. You can come over, it's a lot quieter. Yeah, don't lose your phone or anything down here because it will end up on the beach. All these people, the bay is out, obviously the tide's out. Apparently only in certain weeks in the spring, sort of around now, this actually gets fully submerged with the high spring tide. Around about sort of end of March, early April. We're in say late April, but yeah, it's stunning here, but very busy, very busy. If you're coming, doesn't matter which day, this place is always rammed. So we're going to walk along this bit because it is a bit quieter. As I say, if you don't want to come along the main street, you can come along this bit with the parapets, and it is quieter and slower. Ruben's taking his time. But a lot of people will just push past you, so be careful on that. Yeah, we're going to carry on. We're going to get down to the back to the bikes. I think we're going to have a drink in here actually, and then we'll head back down to the bikes. One thing you must be careful of, that it's a nice little calf, but one thing I have noticed is you do with the French military walking past. It'll be good. All right, okay.
One pair of pants later.
Back again, guys. So we've just been round St Michael's Mount. It is extremely busy, really busy. I'm really good with crowds, but I did struggle then. More so because I was a bit worried about Ruben, but I am super proud of him because there is a lot of steps. It's not very accessible for disabled people. We've seen people pushing pushchairs, babies. you know, everything, but it is extremely busy.
The crowds are immense, for such a small space.
I'd say there's a couple of, you know, if not tens, you know.
There's a good few thousand people there,
but we stopped and had a coffee, just for Ruben to have a break with his legs, just doing pen and paper.
Expensive, mind. And by the way, as you might have seen from the last scene, don't point your camera at the army, they will tell you off.
Yeah, but I already told Joe not to do that. But yeah, we're going to come back down later because when we came down last night, if you've seen on the vlog, when we came down in the evening, it was a lot quieter, so we'll do some other footage then. We're going to head up into the town now because I'm thinking the town will be a lot quieter because I will turn the camera around in a minute. If you could see the sea of people that's coming towards us, it's quite unbelievable. Yeah, it's just people for miles and miles and miles. And
they don't stop coming in.
Yeah, we even struggle to lock the bikes up because there's that many people that's
that many bikes.
But yeah, glad we've done it. Very interesting. We didn't pay to go into the Abbey because it was even higher up, and we would know that Ruben would struggle with that. But we did get a couple of postcards for him and a pen to do pen and paper. And a sticker for Rocky.
Bring your own packed lunch. Everything is really expensive.
Yeah, so we're just going to get back on the bikes now, guys, and then head into the little village and perhaps get a bite to eat for lunch, maybe.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So as we said, we're at Mont Saint-Michel camping car park, and I'm going to show you the best pitch you can have if you're going to be here. Right, so if you're going to camp anywhere, there is the hard stand pitches here, but if you're in the drier months, definitely this grass pitch. And this pitch where this Bailey autograph is the best pitch. I'm going to show you why. So either this pitch here or this pitch here are your best ones because the potable water is literally just sat there. So you've got a hose pipe there, and obviously this Bailey, they were quite clever and they've got some nice grid bridges. But on the corner here you've also got a potable water source, so if you're sat here for a day or two, you've got a water pipe there and a water pipe there. So these pitches just next to where the Elson point is, and these are the best pitches because you've got the water just there. Welcome to day 14. We are now on our way, we're on the end run, we're on our way home now, so we're just heading down the motorway to Roscoff. We're going to stop off at Decathlon one last time, see if there's a few little bits we want to get because it was so decent to get the bits and pieces. But yeah, this is our last hurrah. We catch the ferry at 3 o'clock, we'll be in Roscoff by 12, so we'll be plenty of time to get on the ferry. We're going to stop in there, grab some lunch, get on the ferry, then I've got a 2.5–3 hour drive back from Plymouth, back home. Nothing unusual for me because I work in Plymouth. So yeah, we'll get on, we'll show you a bit of our last day, maybe a bit of the boat, and that'll be about it. Mrs. Tig is there driving. Ruben Tig is in the back, chilling out, playing on my phone. And we've actually, this time, I don't know if you can see in the back there, what I should have done before while we've been driving is I stuck our Starlink up in the roof skylight. Got the idea from one of the other motorhome vloggers. Yes, Mr. Steve Radford, that's you.
This one?
Yes, we're turning off here now. We're off onto Decathlon. So I'm going to finish up and we'll see you a bit later. So we made it to Roscoff. So we're all going to go into the port area. There's a building just over here which has got a cafe and that in it. You can go in either side, but we just thought best get booked in, grab a bit of pizza, then we're getting on the boat. There's Rocky over there. We'll see you on the boat. So what we will say is if you're coming here at Roscoff and you're going to take the ferry, obviously it's nice and it's really calm and thing, but calm and collective. There's the ferry over there. Really easy to get to. The roads were quite, there are single carriage roads coming in, but it's really easy to get into. Once you've got through check passport control though, you can't go into the bigger duty-free area. There is this little cafe just here where it says Brittany Port shop. You can go in there and you can ding the bell and the woman will come to the window and you can order like pizzas and burgers and chips and so on. You get parked up here. So what I would say is probably bring your own snacks and so on. We've just done it for ease. These are the toilets, so it's just like a porta cabin when you're over here. So you've just got toilets there, porta cabin style, and I think this is where all the foot passengers come over. They jump on a bus and the bus takes you over to the ferry just over there, and you get off there, or I think you might walk. Yeah, so we'll show you the boat when we're on board. We've got a cabin, we'll show you the cabin. I'm going to grab a couple of hours sleep because we'll get in at Plymouth about 8 o'clock, and then we're going to head home. And I'm doing all the driving because basically I know the route. Right, we'll see you on the boat. Everyone's aboard. Zoe and Ruben are doing their arbitrary look around the ship, and then we're going to go up to our cabin. Our cabin's on the 8th floor. We can go up here and we're going to have a bit of a more look around. Yeah, cabin tour incoming. Just chilling now on the bench. Ruben's got his box and a drink. We're just chilling there. There's Mummy, she's having a look around. Yes, it's not too bad. It was really easy to get. I'll let Zoe talk about how we got on.
Yeah, it was really easy actually, guys. As Joe just said, we was here a little bit too early, but we was at the front of the line. So we're just going to see us pull off now. Or disembark, whatever you want to call it.
One eternity later.
Right, so that's it, we made it home. We got off the ship last night. It's Saturday today. Got off the ship about 8:30 last night and travelled home. We got home about 11:30 midnight. I would just like to say thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to all our socials, and we'll catch you on the next adventure when we're going to the